Okay, hello. I believe I'm live. I'm using this new streaming service, which is very exciting. So if you're in the house, welcome. Please be sure to let me know, say hi in the chat so I can see that everything is working because I'm not in front of my regular screen that I would normally see on YouTube. I already see there are a few people in the house. Hi, Seekers. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining me. We will wait a couple of minutes just to give more people an opportunity to join. 1 second. I'm just gonna move around between this streaming and YouTube to see that everything is working, because I'm actually not even sure that you're here and you can see me. So if you can let me know, that would be super helpful. Let's see. Okay, it seems like I'm live. Oh, okay. Hi, there you are. Hello. Thank you, Meraki, for joining. Guys, every time you write in the comment, it's super helpful. Great. Thank you for letting me know. Carmela, hi, Morgane. Hope you're doing well. I am. I'm doing great. I'm super excited because I'm trying this new streaming services that is very helpful for me. And I hope you guys like it. I have a backdrop. I feel fancy. So please, everyone, feel free to say hello. Let me know which sign you are, where you are tuning in from. And then we'll get started. So this is what's going to happen today. Hey, Magic Hands. Magic Hands is a channel member here on YouTube and a patron, right? You are perfect. Thank you. Okay, so what we're going to do today is generally speaking, I'm gonna give like general messages for the elements. This is mid-month. We're approaching full moon in Sagittarius. Great time to do some energy check-in for everyone, right? But in between, I will take in your personal questions. So it will actually be personal readings. So, so if you want to have your question answered by me to get a spread right here live, simply follow the instructions that you see here below, running on the screen or below in the description box. Hi, Sandy. Thank you so much for joining. And I will answer as they come in, and I will give preference to your questions. Okay, and only in between, I will do the general readings. Now, if someone feels inclined to timestamp the general readings for the collective, that will be awesome, because this recording will stay on YouTube afterwards. So if for my seekers who will be tuning in for the general readings and not necessarily the private ones, so they'll be able to jump to whatever it is that they want to hear. Carmela, Aries Sun, hi, Taurus Moon, and Aquarius Rising. Okay. All right. So I do hope some of you will send in questions. That'd be great. Shelly girl, hello. I hope I pronounced your name correct. Now this will be super chill. I have my coffee, I have my water. So we're gonna just hang out and go through all of it. Okay. So let's start with, I'm gonna go by the elements. Earth or water or fire or air? What do you guys say? Which element is calling? Earth, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, or water, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, or fire, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, or air, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. So the first person to respond said air. Shelly said air. Okay, let's start with air. And then we'll move to earth, Sandy, and then we'll move to water, and we'll finish up with fire, apparently. So air, earth, water, fire. If I forget the order and do a different one, forgive me. Okay. So my air signs, my Libra, Geminis, and Aquarians. Mid-month check-in. All the general readings are already up on YouTube by the zodiac sign. Hi, Divine Angel. You're on a break. Cool. Chaos Cat. Hi, welcome. Is anyone into moderating, by the way? Sorry, air sign, give me a second. Is anyone in the house wish to moderate? I'll turn you into a moderator. Can I do it from here? I'll do it from the channel. Let's see. Let me jump to YouTube for a second. Someone to control the trolls if they arrive. Magic hands. You can do it? Oh, Divine Angel is a moderator. Great. But she's only on a break, so okay, so Divine Angel can for a short while, and Magic Hands, I'm gonna make you a moderator. Just it's important that you guys just be responsible with it when it comes to people. If someone is really being a creep, then of course get them out. But otherwise, ask me first if you're not sure. Don't cut someone automatically unless they're really being a creeper. Yeah, you love the background? Cool. Okay. So you're a moderator now. Magic Hands and Divine Angel. Both of you are moderators. You can do it both. Thank you so much, and I really appreciate your assistance. Okay. All right. Let's just do it. Let's just go for it. Air signs. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Air signs. Message from the Geminis, my Libras, and my Aquarius. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Okay, there's a very something like it's very serious energy. Almost like bottom of the deck, King of Swords. Hey you. So it's almost like I'm picking up on an energy that is contemplating something very important. Almost like someone is feeling like whatever it is that they are contemplating over is really, really meaningful and really, really serious. And it's like you feel like you're dealing with something important and you don't want to make a mistake. What is it for air signs? What's going on with air signs? When a card wants to come out, they come up. King of Swords. So you're definitely showing up in your mastery of this element. You're very much in your air element. What does that mean? Very sharp analytical thinking, clearing the mind, weighing the options, listening attentively, trying to be objective as much as possible, wanting to be fair, wanting to be just. Ace of Cups. So this could be matters of the heart. This could have to do with love, with romance, someone that you care about. Okay, air sign. So I'm picking up that there's someone that you deeply care about and you have romantic feelings for, or a sense of devotion. And I feel like you're taking this very seriously. Like this is a deep level of mental care. You really want to do something right. Michaela, I'm glad Air has first reads. A little birthday present for the wonderful Geminis out there. Oh, right. Happy birthday, Geminis. Scorpio here. Hope everyone is having an amazing day. Oh, you're from Australia. That's cool. Sorry. Okay, so air signs really want to do something right and fair. I'm picking up wanting to be fair. You're also like very attentive to something. You're very in tune. You're listening very attentively with like a lot of heartfelt focus and intent. Sorry, I just realized. Hey, Missy, another channel member. I just realized I didn't write in the. These are the links for PayPal and Venmo. I'm writing them right now. And moderators, you can just, if you want to like copy paste them and occasionally repeat them. For those of you who want to book a reading. So I'm writing both PayPal and Venmo. Okay. Sorry guys, this is just what lives are. I gotta multitask. Okay, so Magic Hands and Divine Angel, and anyone pretty much that wants to help, you can copy paste this. These are two links in order to book a reading. Oh, did I not? I didn't put space in between, so if you can edit it and put space in between. My bad. Hi, Sophie. Sorry, guys. It's because I'm using a new platform, so I'm a little bit back and forth, trying to figure it out. I appreciate your patience with me. This is exciting to try something new, and it's very helpful in general, but I'm learning as I go. Okay? So I understand sometimes it gets frustrated if I'm starting a message and then I stop in the middle and get distracted, but it's I'm a work in progress. Okay. Yeah, so moderators, please try to work these. I messed it up the way I wrote it. I didn't put space in between, so it didn't come out as a, whatchamacallit, as a link. There we go. If you can't copy it, you'll find it in the description box. I also wrote it in the description box, so maybe it will be easier for you to copy it from there. Just go to the description box. Sandy, thank you so much for the $3.99 Canadian dollars. So it's not a reading, but you know what? Let me pull a quick message for you. Quick message for Sandy as a thank you for the super chat. If you want an in-depth reading, it's $45 to Venmo or PayPal, but I really appreciate the super chat, Sandy, so I want to pull a message for you. Magic Hands, go to the description box. The links are in the description box. You'll find them super easy to copy from there. Okay, message for Sandy. We'll come back to the air signs. Don't worry. Message for Sandy. Message for Sandy. I'm acting like an air sign now. I'm all over the place. Message for Sandy. Queen of Cups. Sandy, it's time to go all the way unapologetically with how you feel. And really, how should I say it? Explore the depth of your emotion unapologetically, not just to the outside, but mainly to yourself. Like, release all judgment. If a feeling comes up, even if it's something that is uncomfortable, let's say you have feelings for someone and it's not reciprocating, and you just don't want to think about it, so you judge it and you suppress it, and you get mad at yourself for feeling. Okay, nothing is wrong with how you feel ever. It's all a matter of what we do with it. But in order to work through things, we have to first acknowledge them, right? We can't heal any injury that we ignore. Oh no, I'm not bleeding, nothing's happening. No, 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 no. Whatever you feel it. It's valid. So the only way out is in. Just go into it, go all the way in. You'll either find magic and a lot of power in whatever it is that you're experiencing, and you'll be able to work with it, or your system will just be done with it because you let it play out and you will release it inevitably. Okay? There we go. So, back to air signs. King of Swords, Ace of Cups. Back to our reading for air signs, Geminis, Libras, and Aquarians, Seekers. Six of Cups. There's something very nostalgic about this. You're either really thinking deeply about a soulmate. This could be someone from your past or your recent past. Could be someone that you want to reach out to. And I'm definitely picking up it's you because the King of Swords came out and it represents you. And it's their energy is very dominant in this reading. Like, you're very present in this reading. And I see you very much in really acute balance and focus. Like, you have the pure form of water here, right? And you have the master energy of the air element. So both thought and emotion. And I don't feel like there's a contradiction here, even though these are contradicting elements, right? Air and water. But there's this level of alchemy here. Like, it works in tangent and flow. It's almost like the more you process some sort of an event or events from your past, the more you come to, like, coming to peace with something, like a sense of acceptance of something that is either isn't anymore or was. But with that, there's this simultaneously and picking up on a new flow into a new emotional state. I feel like some of you are developing really, really deep feelings for someone. And it's actually really beautiful. It feels very clean. It feels very pure. It feels like there's just pure positive thinking. It's almost like I'm picking up on someone that's just sending really good energy. Now, this could be someone sending really good energy to you, very healing, very loving, very accepting, very nurturing energy that asks for nothing. This is the pure element of water, of faith and love. It doesn't, like, water just flow. It doesn't ask the plant for anything. By the default of nature's equilibrium, the plant gives something to the water, but it's not from not a sort of like surface level transaction, right? So whoever this person that you're dealing with or the situation, there's a level of just a real natural reciprocal give and take, nurturing of one another. It's really beautiful. So whatever this is, go with it. Whatever you're feeling right now, it feels very, very positive. It feels very fair, like your intent is in the right place. Like, if you're worried about doing something wrong, like, you come from such a level-minded, well-intended, good-hearted place. Like, even if you'll make a mistake, human beings make mistakes, but it seems like you have everything going for you for it being really, really good. Okay. Chaos Cat, your live chats are such a treasure. I love them. Thank you. Your readings and all you do is a treasure. Thank you. But your live chats are like the delicious dessert after a wonderful meal. Aw. I like to start with dessert before the meal. So it's a delicious dessert before the meal. Sophie McDonald's, thank you so much for the 449 euros. Or is it pound? I really appreciate that. Let's pull a message for Sophie. So air signs, that was your message. I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you for the super chat, Sophie. I want to pull one card for you. Normally for super chats, I just say thank you and continue, but because this reading is meant for private readings, I will include them as well and pull a card. Okay, so if you want an in-depth full reading, like a 3 cards and up, do the $45. And if you want just a general 1-card message, super chats are welcome on this live anyway. Okay, Sophie, message for Sophie. Message for Sophie. 9 of Cups. Sophie, I'm picking up something similar to what the Queen of Cups was saying earlier. There's something that you want, something that the thought of it just excites you and pleases you. But I'm picking up on a level of self-judgment, because 9 of Cups is a card of indulgence. I know a lot of you, my seekers, don't allow yourself to indulge on anything out of feeling guilt, like you're not worthy of it, or you shouldn't, or it's not modest enough, and all that self-toxic talk, self-depriving talk, right? Please enjoy wanting. Enjoy wanting, enjoy desiring, enjoy getting what you want. Celebrate. Okay? Celebrating an achievement or getting a wish fulfillment is super crucial. Don't just skip it. Like, sit with it. Go out and have a drink or whatever it is that you feel that will work for you to celebrate something, because the subconscious, when you skip an achievement, when you skip a celebration, it registers it as regular. And then you don't get the benefits, the energetic benefits of an accomplishment that only generates more energy and life force for the sake of future manifestation, right? You want it to register. So solidify the achievement, solidify the joy, okay? Just go out and celebrate from little to big, okay? Carmela, we did air signs. It included Geminis, but it was also for Libras and Aquarians. I'm going by the elements, and we just finished. So afterwards, you can go back and rewatch. Okay. What was the next element that we said we'll do? Was it air, earth, or water? I think it was water. Water signs, okay. Merake, thank you so much for the $4.99. I really appreciate it. Let's pull a message for you. A general message, please, for Merake. So before we move to water, Merake 27. Message from Merake 27. You got the King of Swords. So I think that means that the message that we gave the air signs really, really applies to you. So maybe you want to rewatch it later and take it as a personal message. There's a level of, okay, yes, you need to be fair. Yes, you need to be just. But the whole point of fairness and justice is that it includes the equilibrium of both sides and both polarities, right? So when we sacrifice ourselves for the sake of so-called harmony or justice, it's no longer harmonious and it's no longer just, because you're not part of this equation, which you should be. So be cautious. This is something that the King of Swords sometimes tends to fall into. Sacrificing for the sake of harmony, and then by default, it's no longer harmonious. So make sure that your need of fairness and equality and justice include you, and be objective in observing your side of things. Meaning, if you've been great, if you've been fair, there's no reason to take from you or punish you for the sake of someone else. Yes, you need to be objective and observe and look at yourself, with clarity. But just like you shouldn't give yourself too much credit, you shouldn't give yourself too little credit. Okay, so the message is to include yourself in the fairness. Divine Angel, 1 card pull right now with donation. Yes, thank you. You can also take advantage of the 3-card spread for $45 today. And I will also go more in depth. When you do that, I'll go in depth. Like I'll go to the nitty gritty. All right. So yeah, both options. That's great. Thank you, Divine Angels, for that. Appreciate it. Okay. So I was going to do water signs. Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. You guys want to see my new candle? This is obsidian, black obsidian. So other than being obviously very protective crystal that absorbs negative energies, so if you're sending them my way, I'm going to take the pure raw energy of it and just going to return to sender the ill intent. And this is helping me do it. So this is also known as the spiritual warrior crystal. It's custom to wear it as a necklace, as a spear, like the obsidian itself, the shape of a spear. I have that necklace, but it's over there. I'm not going to get up for it now. But to kind of exert the essence of the spiritual warrior. Just so you know, it's shamanic. It's a very shamanic stone because it does transmute energies and kind of helps you work the other person's energy either back to them or in cooperation. It's a very wise energetic stone. You don't really need to put intent into it or ask it of anything. It just does what it does, right? Okay. Any newcomers who have joined that, feel free to say hello to us. Let us know that you're in the house. Vanya, thank you for the $4.99. I appreciate that. Let's pull a card for you. And guys, just to clarify for future reference, so there's no future confusion. Normally when I do live readings and you guys send super chats, I say thank you very much, and it's reciprocity for whatever it is that I do. But I don't, pull messages. This is for this live where it's intended for it, okay, to give you personal readings. So that's why I'm doing this. So I don't want you to get confused and thinking that in future lives, unless I say it or unless it kind of, I do it, then it applies only for now. Okay. So Vanya, thank you for that message for Vanya. Hi, Virgo, Tiara. Okay, Vanya, general message for Vanya, please. What's with all the kings, guys? King of Cups. And earlier we had the Queen of Cups. So this will be the masculine interpretation energy of what I said about the Queen of Cups earlier. Really, really zoning into your emotions, but from a cardinal masculine place. What does that mean? So there's a call here for more than just soaking in that feeling or in whatever heart space you're in. There's also a call to action. So first do the process of going within and really figuring out how you truly feel without judgment, even if it's quote unquote negative feelings like anger, like sadness and so on. But then once you process what it is you feel, now think, okay, what can I do in the real world in order to resolve it or benefit somehow from it, from whatever that is. Okay. There's a call to lead the energy that is surrounding you, meaning people surrounding you, situations surrounding you, through your emotional space. So if you're debating on what kind of an approach to take with someone, and it could be your employees, it doesn't have to be romantic. It could be a friend, it could be an employer, it could be an employee, a coworker, a heart-based, not a sharp, reasonable, this makes sense, this does not make sense, not logic, more so empathy. Okay, and operating from there. Great. Hope this helped. Hi, Rebecca. Thank you. I like this background too. All right. Oh, you know what I forgot to do that I can do here? That was the, oh my God, I'm so funny. That was the point of, okay, I'm just going to do it for a second. Yeah, just to feature you guys. I can feature you on screen. So Vanya, thank you. You're featured now. Appreciated. Now there's some, no, I want to do that for the others of you that super chatted. Where is it? Where? Miraki, let's feature you. There you go. And Sophie, let's feature you too. This is fun. Okay. I feel like a kid trying out a new toy. And Sandy. There we go. Thank you. Okay. Now there was another comment that I wanted to feature, like generally. Okay, 1 second. Where was it? Let's try this one. Okay. Okay, so every time there's a super chat, I'm going to feature it here. Black Oracle, Black Lotus Oracle, beautiful. And you're also a channel member. Thank you for the $4.99. Let's pull a message for you. Let's feature you. And we had a reading come through. Okay, great. So, oh, Kat, I love you. You've been such an amazing support over the years. I really appreciate you. Okay, we're going to give you a reading as well. So I'm going to first pull a message for Black Lotus. And then I'm going to move to Kat. Okay? You didn't ask a question. I can just pull a general message for you, but if you want to ask a specific question, Kat, then feel free to write it in the comments here, okay? So, Black Lotus Oracle. 1 card message for Black Oracle, please. Divine Angel, you'll be next. Thank you for the $20. Okay. Message for Black Lotus Oracle. You guys are amazing. Thank you. 7 of Pentacles. Okay. So, I'm picking up that whatever you're feeling is you're not getting the results you want. You've invested into something, you've put time, energy, and effort into something, and it doesn't give you the results you were hoping to. It's a matter of time. This is a slow-growing plant. You actually did everything right. I'm picking up specifically that it's not that you did something wrong or didn't invest properly or didn't do the job right. You did everything fine. It's just the specific aspect of the manifestation and of the results for the creation, for this specific creation, is going to take a bit longer than you think. So don't feel disappointed. This is it's still ongoing. Just because you're not seeing the plant pushing through the dirt in your pot doesn't mean that it's growing. You're gonna see it. Okay? So it's actually gonna work better than you think. Okay, so Divine Angel. You'll be next, but first I'm gonna do Cat. So thank you, Divine Angel. Actually, okay. All right, so Cat Tire. Chaos Cat. What do you need to know right now? Okay. So we're going to do a more in-depth 3-card spread for you. Chaos Cat. What does the cat need to know now? What does cat need to know now? 1. What does cat need to know now? 2. What does cat need to know now? So we have the first two cards are the Hangman and Ten of Swords and Empress, and you actually got four cards. Another one just fell, so I'm not gonna ignore it. And then the Empress and the Devil. Kat, I'm picking up that you need to have extreme focus on yourself right now. No outside dynamics with new people or complex dynamics, especially if it has to do with love or passion. You need to really be very reserving of your energy, especially when it comes to your sexual energy. Be very, very discerning who you allow in, quite literally, because your energy is very, very, what's the word? Vulnerable right now. And I also happen to know that you went through a very hard time, right? I know you went through some grief, some loss, I remember, and I'm very, very sorry. You need to still take your time and not rush yourself. You're still in the process. You're growing immensely, spiritually and energetically, and it's very hard. And I feel the pain. And if it gives you any comfort, it's supposed to take time. You're not late on anything. You're not behind on the healing. Quite the opposite. You're just going through a bit. Obviously, someone who climbs a hill, it will be easier and faster than someone who's climbing the Everest. You have to be okay with taking the time. You're meant to take the time, right? Because you're developing your divine feminine. You're going into a lot of feminine power, okay, of creation, of femininity, of beauty, of giving. It's incredible what you're developing right now. It's incredible, and it takes time. You need to remember that the gods, some of them went through lifetimes as mortals in order to become gods in the Olympus. Right? To become an ascended master or an archangel, it's souls and beings that have went through this earthly reincarnations thousands of times. Okay, so it takes time. This is a slow cooking stew, quite literally. And the devil here, I'm actually picking up it's you in judgment of yourself, which in turn can manifest as bringing people into your life that judge you for I don't know, your process or your grief or the time that it takes you. Especially people who haven't endured something like that. It's so easy to theoretically, cognitively judge someone without having gone through something yourself. What you went through completely takes the system out of equilibrium, and it's like a caterpillar in a cocoon that some people don't know this, but caterpillars, it's not that they go into the cocoon and then develop wings. First, the caterpillar melts down to its molecular structure. It becomes a puddle of molecules. I'm not kidding, inside the cocoon. Can you imagine the pain of that dissemination and then rebuilding itself into its new shape of a butterfly and then having to break out of the cocoon? Like, it is a hero journey is nothing compared to that journey of the caterpillar. That's kind of similar to what you're going through right now, to your process. So please don't knock on your own cocoon, like trying to speed it up. Don't knock on the door of the oven trying to speed up the cake. You've been broken down and now you're rebuilding into something really, really great. Take your time. Don't manifest judgment by creating judgment towards yourself. And I want you to know that the Empress here, especially after the Hangman, Hangman is 12, the Empress is 3. 12 sums down to 3, okay? So it's the process of becoming an Empress. You got to go through the 1 and the 2, the 1, the wholesome, and the 2, the break, the split, and then re-find yourself as a wholesome entity that is incorporating, that is integrating both. Okay? femininity, femininity, femininity. What do I mean by that? Allowing yourself to be sensitive, vulnerable, taking time, giving, attention to process of things, to the journey of things, and not necessarily the end result. When you focus on the end result, you are never going to get to the end result. Because in order to get to the end result, you got to go through this, and then through this, and then through this. So you have to focus each step of the way on just the next step, and just the next step. If you're obsessing over the goal will keep moving away from you. I hope this was helpful. It was a very powerful message. And I know you can do this. You got this. Okay? And allow yourself to be in the hurt, please. No judgment. Okay. Whew. So, Divine Angel, donation is just because I know how much work you put in towards the collective. Thank you. I have to go now, but no one knows as much as I do how dedicated you are to the works. Well, I'm going to give you a message anyway right now, so if you're not here, then watch it later. Message for Divine Angel. Thank you for the $20. Message for Divine Angel. 9 of Cups. Who else got the 9 of Cups? Haha. You guys have very similar energies. So same. Actually, I'm picking up on a bit of a different modified message to this one. So it's more in the simplistic aspect of the 9 of Cups. You're about to get something that you've been really hoping for, but it hasn't come in, so you let go of it. Because before the 9 of Cups, what precedes it is the 8 of Cups. So you just let go of it. You're like, there's nothing I can do about it. I let go, let Goddess, I let it be. And you're just focusing on other things, dealing with other stuff, and then surprise, it will just come through, whatever this was. Okay, so that's actually cool. Chaos Cat, you're so beautiful. Oh, thank you. I relate completely. It's been lonely not knowing anyone. Trying to redefine my entire life, figure out who I am now. Thank you so much. Who you are will figure you out. It will show itself to you. The person you're becoming will show itself to you every step of the way. It will play out, and buying a different shirt than normally you would, something that doesn't really that you usually wouldn't go for, a different type of wardrobe, right? It will play out in trying a different product in the supermarket. Naturally, you're just drawn there. It will play out with you fixing your hair a bit different, not thinking about it. You just wake up in the morning, you look in the mirror, and you just try something out. You're like, oh, I kind of like this. It's those little things that are manifestation of the step-by-step changes in you. Just let them play out. Okay. All right. So where was the other thing that I wanted to feature? Okay, this one. Thanks, Magic Hands. Were we in water? Water. Feel free to send in more questions. Message for my water signs. Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces. Message for my water signs. Energy check-in. What do my water signs need to know? What do water seekers need to know now? Sorry, I got an email. I want to make sure what it is. Okay. Message from my water signs. Water signs, whatever you're trying to manifest or put your intent into specifically for this full moon in Sagittarius, don't go about it from your water element. Water turns off fire. Okay, it's not the right approach, meaning putting in a lot of heart and intent and empathy and feeling. No, the full moon in Sagittarius is fast paced. To act in the moment, to act on the instinct, to not be stuck, it's not a process like energy. Sagittarius is the sign of the truth seeker and the truth teller. It's very passionate and in the moment, right? So anything that is like a heavy, not heavy, but like a full-on process of waves and movement and time, like it's not going to work. It will just turn off the energy. Just enjoy the energy. Just go out and dance and not think about whatever it is that you're wanting or waiting on, whatever. Sag is not an energy that waits. It's an energy that acts. It does or it moves on. Right? Lauren, if you do just hi, if you do just a donation via super chat or anything below $45, I'll pull a general message for you with one card. And if you want an in-depth answer to a question or an in-depth message, it's $45, preferably to Vimeo or to Venmo or PayPal. And you have the links in the description box. Or you can just go and you can just see the scroll beneath the screen and see the links to go to. So it's up to you. Okay, love? Thank you for joining. So back to the water sign message. I didn't even need to pull. Oh, I got one. Sandy, I'll be right with you. I'm gonna drive home the message for the water signs, and then I'm gonna be with you. Thank you so much. So we'll be answering Sandy next. Okay, and Sandy will be next. Okay, but now water signs. Yeah, just be super light on your feet. And don't try to like, it's okay. It's not a good time to do like ritualistic spell work, manifestation type of like intentful heavy stuff. It's water energies. It's time to just go out and dance, go out with friends, hang out, be in the moment, be in the now, in the absolute now, not what it is that you want for future. Anything from the tarot for my water signs? Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. Too many cards. Way too many cards. Four of Wands and Two of Pentacles. There's definitely something on your mind that you want to achieve, and that's a good thing. That's not something, there's nothing wrong with it. You actually can go for it one step at a time. But I'm going to strengthen something that I said earlier about the process. If you overthink the result, how to approach something, it will just move further and further away from you. Be constantly in the moment. I'm also picking up on someone debating if to go back somewhere, somewhere that has either going back to a marriage or going back to a place that they lived in. Wait with that decision, at least until Mercury goes out of shadow on the 18th, because we're still a little bit, if you're debating on going back, because this is not a time of going back to far past. So really wait with it and consider right now how you feel, as opposed to the idea of what it would be like to go back to something like that. As heavy as it was, it's going to be heavier. If this is something that has ended or you've left in the far past, or something that has been in your life for a long time, okay? And it's been very burdening, very heavy, very difficult. Going back to it won't suddenly be Four of Wands. It's going to be a repetition, okay? So water signs, keep that in mind. Lauren, thank you for the $10. I just want the one card. Okay, no problem. So Sandy, I'm going to first answer you. Let me see if you had a specific question. I'm going to read the email. One sec. A reading. Okay. Sandy, you just wrote Earth. I don't know what that means. If you have anything specific you want me to check, write it in the comments right now. If not, I'll ask for a general message. So Sandy, then Lauren. So message for Sandy. In-depth message, please, for Sandy. What does Sandy need to know now? What does Sandy need to know now? Sandy, you need to work on your energetic protection. There's so because you don't put boundaries on yourself when it comes to how you speak to yourself, you don't stop yourself and say, hey, I shouldn't be talking to myself this way. I shouldn't be saying this to myself. I shouldn't be judging myself like that. I shouldn't be mean to myself. You don't do that for yourself. It creates, what's the word? An opening in your auric field. So fill up those gaps, fill up those holes by constantly setting boundaries on yourself and being kind and respectful to yourself. It's very, very important because it came through something very strong. And of course, any helpers will do, if it's like protective crystals, onyx, obsidian, black tourmaline, malachite, tiger eye, symbols, like this is a symbol from Kabbalah, Aleph Lamed Daled, it's Alad. It's very protective against ill wishes and jealousy and spitefulness. And just send back to sender, right? This is one of the names of God, of the 72 names of God, according to the Jewish esoteric system, according to Kabbalah. So anything that speaks to you from your culture, from your faith, from your set of beliefs, whatever feels right, do it. Black candles are very protective. You can imagine chocolate, which is a Reiki symbol, very strong Reiki symbol for protection. You can imagine ehol, which is a rune, very protective rune. I'll show you the shape of it. You can imagine the Star of David, and you don't have to be Jewish, by the way, to imagine the Star of David. It is an exceptionally protective symbol to imagine around yourself. And it will protect you no matter what your faith is. Like it's not selective like that. Where is Ehor? I really want to show you Ehor. Oh, there it is. See, it's how there's the peace sign, but only this side. It's facing up. It's a very protective symbol as well. These can help. Even if you don't specifically believe in them or understand them, they are so ancient and carry so much collective faith, historic collective faith, so they have that protective energy. But none of it will work unless you do yourself set protective boundaries for yourself and make sure that no one can speak to you a certain way or treat you a certain way because of the way you treat yourself. Does that make sense? Did I not pull cards? I didn't pull cards. I'm sorry. Cards for Sandy. A message for Sandy. 1, 2. One more for Sandy. 3. Okay. I like this. So we have 6 of Wands, Knight of Pentacles, and 7 of Wands. Okay. Sandy, you're working now on something that is really cool and very good and can reap you great results and have a very big potential in the long run. that people can admire and cooperate with and like. The more you go for it, the more you do it consistently, the more you'll have challenges arise, competition, jealousy, all kinds of energies trying to tackle it. Expect it, understand it's part of the natural process of being in the competitive world. Okay. The brighter you shine, the more darkness will try to come at you. Sandy, I already pulled cards. I wish you had written, I said to write it in the notes so I can see it, but it's been a lot. I've already started your reading literally like 5-10 minutes ago. Your question is, where do you see my relationship with this man I have? Okay, so I'll modify the cards can be looked at for relationship as well. So these are the cards that came out for you. The relationship with this man in your life. It has really good potential. He really likes you, but he tends to be very easily overwhelmed by other life stuff. It's very hard for him. Like when things are running smooth and everything is okay, it's very him to focus on you, to give you attention, to do the things. But as soon as life start being dramatic and this happens at work or this happens with that or this happens in the neighborhood, it gets, flustered and just goes all over and kind of loses the focus. So if you can talk to him about it and be like, hey, I noticed that you're super sweet when everything is smooth, but then if things happen, you start to lose it a little bit. If we behave that way every single time life throws something at us, it will never really work and nothing will ever come of it, because life will always have a curveball. Marina, into the light, thank you so much. I'll be right with you. I appreciate it. Right? So there will always be something that can come in the way. There will always be something challenging. There will always be an interference, because that's the nature of life. The wisdom is to know how to work with it and not against it. And maybe you can communicate with me and tell me, hey, there's this and that going on in my life, so I can't really give you as much attention or as much focus. Does that make sense? Because it seems like that's the thing with him. It's not that he loses interest in you. It just, in the moment, he doesn't focus on you. And now it's not a smart way to behave in a dynamic, let alone a romantic dynamic. It's not a wise way, and it's not constructive, right? So try to talk to him about it. That's the only, because otherwise I see good intent. And I hope it works really well, Sandy. So yeah, that was for you. I hope you enjoyed it. And the protection message that I gave you, because it seemed like you didn't, because you wrote me that question like way after I gave you all these messages. So I'm not sure if you're aware. If you missed out on it for whatever reason, just go back after the video and watch again and you'll see it. Okay, love? Cool. So Marina had a super chat. I'll give you a message. Thank you so much for the $20. Marina is into delight. I just know her. I'm just scrolling up to see in case I didn't miss out on any message. Oh wait, Lauren, I didn't give you your message. Sorry. So Marina will wait and wait a second, and let's do Lauren first. Sorry, Lauren. I had a feeling I missed out on someone, but I didn't. Here you are. Okay. All right, sweetheart. We already did the water signs, right? Yeah, we did. So a general message for Lauren, please. Message for Lauren. Lauren, you got the Queen of Wands. We're getting a lot of like court cards messages for you guys. Hold on. Okay. Lauren, especially now with this full moon in Sagittarius, it's really time to have fun and really not give an F. This is where you dress up, you look hot, and you go out on 3 different dates from the dating app in one weekend. Like, zero apologies. If a man wants you, he knows how to show it. If he doesn't show it, he's not prioritizing you. If he's not prioritizing you, he's not a bad guy. It's just, you can't prioritize him either. It's as simple as that. Okay? So put on your best gown or outfit, call your girlfriend, and just do something really, really fun, or initiate something creative that you had in mind to do for a very long time. Right? I don't know why I feel like it's like you're being filled with emotion because of what I just said. Maybe it hit a mark in some way, shape, or form. This can also be a card of self-value and worth. Like, really, really remember your worth. A sunflower, they are asleep at night, but as soon as the sun comes out in the east, they open up to it and they follow the sun all day long. They give themselves completely to light and warmth. They do not blink or tilt their head anywhere else. Just the pure, they are such an amazing example for self-love and self-worth. Oh my God, sun, you're giving me so much light. You're giving me so much warmth. You're giving me so much joy. Of course, I'll put all my attention onto you and give you the honor and completely ignore anything else that gives me any less than that. And it could play out romantically. It can play out with friendships. It can play out with anything, right? It applies to anything. So be like the sunflower and be like a cat, you know? Cats, they're very selective. They do whatever the fuck they want. Yeah. Okay. Also, I'm picking up on something with what you eat. Eat more like a magician. Eat more like a witch. What does that mean? Eat healthy, energetic things that feed your life force. Grains, seeds. Oh my God, seeds. Sunflower seeds. Things like that. Corn. But maybe non-GMO corn. Oh my God, it's so hard to get anything natural today. But really focus on the food you eat at this time. I've wanted to start painting and writing again. That's perfect. Queen of Wands is uber creative. It's Leo. Okay? Fixed fire. Sit and create and don't mind the world. Be a Van Gogh. Paint a sunflower. Okay? Okay, I hope this helped. Now we had Marina into the light. Hey, love. Thank you for joining. Love you, Morgane. Thank you for everything you do. You're welcome. Thank you guys for being here and supporting. I'm having a lot of fun today. So thank you. You guys send me so much good energy and I really appreciate it. Just want to see if I've skipped anything. Okay. I haven't looked at the amount of likes in a while. Move to YouTube for a second to watch. How is my internet so slow? Oh, I can see it now. Okay. All right. Message for Marina, please. Message for Marina. Jamie, you asked a question, but I don't see a super chat and I don't see a $45 in-depth reading. So decide which one you want. Otherwise, I prioritize seekers. These are paid questions today. But in between, if you don't want to, that's okay. Still very much welcomed here. And in between, I'm giving messages for the elements of the zodiac signs. So maybe something from the collective messages could be helpful for you. Okay? Okay. Message from Marina. General message from Marina. Guys, what's with all the with the court cards? You got Page of Cups. Let's try something that's so pretty. Marina, if there's something that you want to say to someone, if you're feeling something but you're feeling shy and you're expecting them, you think that they know how you feel, or you think they know what you think they don't. they need to be verbalized. You need to verbalize it for them. So I'm picking up on you, like thinking that the other person knows how you feel or knows that you care. And okay, they know how I feel, so they would, do this or do that because they know how I feel. No, they don't. We all have so much going on in our head and in our system in regards to our private life. We can't, even if we're the most sensitive, empathic, psychic creatures on earth, we can't know what everyone is thinking or feeling all the time. We don't want to. It's overwhelming. And also there's a level of respect. If I don't know if someone wants me to know how they feel, I'm not going to try and infiltrate into their emotional space. That's like I wouldn't barge into someone's home, right? Uninvited. Same way, I wouldn't barge into someone's psyche uninvited. I press play and you guys come into the readings, and those of you who press play, then the energy tunes on you because you choose to, or you ask me a question. Otherwise, I'm not going to invade you. So you need to understand, even, people, even if you think they know what you think, they don't. They have their own insecurities. They have their own issues. They have, even the smartest and the wisest. We all deal with life. And, love language is so important. And it starts with words. Even if your love language is not words, make it words for this one. Because the Page of Cups feels so much, but they don't know how to express it. And they think the others know how they feel, but they don't. So just tell them. Regardless if you're dealing with a kid, they are very sensitive, very artistic. And I'm sure you would encourage that in them, but encourage that even more. Whatever oddity they come up with, support it. And even if they change their mind every Monday and Thursday, let them. They're going through exploration. Okay. Miriam, you are next. Thank you for the $13.99 Canadian dollars. I appreciate it. For super chats, I just pull one general message, but let's see if it. I only pull one card for less than 45. So let's see what one card will bring up for this. Okay. Should I break up with the guy I am with? So I'm going to rephrase your question. Okay, love? I'm going to ask you, should you stay with this guy? Because, and that's just for those of you who are into tarot, just so you know, in general, asking in a way that is negative, should I end things? So should I break things? Is something that it's not conducive or practical for the cards. It's not the best way to work with the cards. It only ends up confusing you more. So always phrase your question in a positive manner. Okay, should I stay with them? Right? Okay. So thank you for the super chat, Miriam. I hope I'm pronouncing your name right. Should Miriam stay with the guy she is with? Should Miriam stay? One card, please. Should Miriam stay with the guy she's with? Okay, we've got the Knight of Cups. There's something very romance and poetry and idealism are great, but if they're not solidified into reality, nothing comes of them. Right? So either you're dealing with someone whose head is in the clouds and makes big promises and big gestures, but they don't really show up in the moment of truth, right? When things really matter, like they'll I don't know, they'll send you like a dozen roses or something like that. But if your car breaks down and you're stuck somewhere, then they're not going to show up. They'll send you roses and it's like, okay, thanks for the rose, but I'm stuck with my car. Something like that. So it sounds like someone that maybe has good intents, but they don't know how to solidify things. Maybe you want to talk to them and be like, hey, I really appreciate the promises. I really appreciate the sweet words. I really appreciate the gestures. However, in the moment of truth, I don't feel like you're showing up for me. Like when it comes to the real nitty gritty of life that isn't romantic, isn't Shakespearean, it's the daily mundane things that you seem to not want to show up for. Love is in the detail. Love is in between the grandiose. It's also great to have grandiose, gestures. It's fun, but it needs to be on top of things, not instead. Right? If the hoo-ha is instead of the essence of really showing up for you, then it's empty. It's almost like a bribe, right? Hey, I don't want to show up for you when it's uncomfortable, but let me buy you a really expensive dinner, or let me send you flowers, and that will fix it, right? I don't really want to talk about things. It's too heavy for me, but let me do this superficial, surface level romantic thing, and that will cut it. No, because then it's not a romantic gesture, it's just a bribe. And that's the opposite of romance, and you can't be bought. So whatever gesture he does, it needs to be on top of showing up truly. Okay, and then it can be considered romantic and beautiful and sweet, and then you can gush him with like, oh my god, you're so amazing, because he is amazing if he does both. If not, you need to talk to him about it, and if he says, you know what, I can and I want to, give it a chance. If things actually change, great. If they don't, then you cut it. Or if you talk to him about it and it's like he rolls his eyes and doesn't want to listen, and it's like not taking you seriously, or disrespect what you care about or what you try to say, or brush it off, then you have your answer. Okay. I don't really like answering such big questions with one card, because it's really hard to look into the situation properly. But I was very clear with the guidance. So if you want an in-depth reading, you guys in general, if you want an in-depth reading, if you have a meaningful question, um, you know, do the more in-depth spread. Okay, love. But I hope this helped. I think it was a very important message. So to answer your question, maybe not yet. Maybe first talk to him about it. Reach out to him. Tell him what you're feeling, what you're worried about, what you feel like you're missing in this relationship, and maybe he just doesn't know. Maybe he means well and he has no idea. Communication is key. Okay. All right. Thank you, Miriam. I hope this helped. Let's show Magic Hands guidance. Thank you. I'm going to check. I'm going to scroll up and see and make sure I didn't miss any super chat. And if not, we're going to move to earth signs. Okay, I think I've done all of them. Yeah. Okay. So until something else comes in, let me make sure I didn't miss out anything. You're welcome, Miriam. Hello, Nikki. And guys, if you're sending the $45, please be sure to write, if you have a specific question, write the specific question in the note. Otherwise, I will just give you a general message. And then if you ask me the question after I already given the message, I'm not going to give you two messages. That's not fair. I'm not going to give you two in one. Nope. 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 One in one. That's the deal. That is the deal. Am I creeping you out right now? That's what happens when I drink 2 coffees. What are we doing now? Earth signs? You know what? I feel like opening up to you guys. You want to see my okay. This is my trademark. Are you ready? No one takes a screenshot of this. No one. I will hunt you down in your dreams, not in a fun way, if you take a screenshot of it. Just enjoy it in the moment. Okay. Ready? This is my monkey. I do other animal interpretations, but there's absolutely no way you'll ever see it. I can't believe I did my monkey right now. I also have a baboon. I will not do it now. It's worse than the monkey. Okay. Earth signs. Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo. Mid-month check-in energies for my earth signs. Magic hands, you may not take, I told you to not take a screenshot. Delete it right now, or you're not going to be a moderator. Delete the screenshot right now, or I will not let you work for me. You know those vain people? Do this and this right now, or I will not let you keep doing the thing you were doing for me. Quick lesson in narcissism. No, but seriously, delete it. Okay. I'm watching you. I'm watching you. I am. If any of you taking a screenshot of this and you don't delete it, none of my messages from here on will apply to you. Boom. So that's the way to do it. Why am I feeling so pleased with myself? Okay. All right. Earth signs. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Okay. The energy is completely changing now. 2 more cards. I have 10 of Cups. Earth signs. Wow, this is serious. 10 of Swords. I knew it was. Oh my God. I felt. Did I not feel it's going to be a serious message? Okay. 10 of Cups, 10 of Swords. Wow. One more. Earth signs. Seven of Wands that have been coming up today. One more card. One more card. Oh, 2 more cards came out. Okay. 6 of Cups and Knight of Cups. So we have 5 cards on the table. Holy cannoli, this is big. That's what she said. Just kidding. I had to. I couldn't help it. I'm sorry. Okay. Ten of Cups, 10 of Swords, 7 of Wands, Knight of Cups, 6 of Cups. Earth signs, someone has finalized an incredibly long journey. Just now or recently have finalized something very, very big in their life, like a big cycle, either emotional cycle, family matters, that they've been in possibly nearly 10 years. Okay. But it's over. And right now they're dealing with the after effects, you know, the clearing of the last residue. It's almost like, you know, think of remodeling a house, like breaking down walls, moving things around crazy, and then everything is already set in place, and now it's just sweeping the floor, you know, to take out the final dust, or cleaning the windows. It's the best example, but it's about their life. It's like something dramatic with their life. And once that is done, like they're already finalized the real heavy stuff, the real big things, and now they're just doing the final retouches. And then they're planning on coming towards you. So this could definitely be love. It could play out, I guess, with maybe work. Maybe there's a company that has been rearranging everything, firing a lot of people, reorganizing, just clearing things. And now they're ready for bigger professionals, someone that way more aligns with their vision to the future. And then they're going to give you the job offer, right? Maybe you've been on an interview like a really long time ago and you haven't heard from them and you think it's gone. You don't even know that you're still an option. And then they had to go through all of this complete remodeling. And then they're going to reach out to you and be like, hey, are you still available for this and that? but it can definitely be love. This could actually be someone who might be finalizing a big chapter in their life, a relationship, a marriage, a commitment of some sort, or something in their own family life that they've been dealing with, a pain, a grief, um, a challenge, but they're really, really on top of things. Like they're really overcoming so many hills. And it's a very meaningful, heartfelt, sweet return. This could be this could be a very important soulmate, with the Six of Cups and the Ten of Cups here and the Knight of Cups coming in with something. The only thing I'm worried about is I have no actual earth on the table. There's no earth cards. So when it comes to the solidifying of it, to the promises, to the bottom line, where is the bottom line kind of thing. So don't hesitate on asking the questions. That's okay. And maybe the earth in this reading is you bringing the earth energy. Okay, this is beautiful. This is full of intent. Of course, this could be the other way around, earth signs. This could be you going through this process. However, I do feel strongly like it's someone outside of you in relation to you. Now, another possibility is that you have gone through this finalizing of an incredible, long, intense chapter in your life, and you're overcoming like the details now, the nitty and the gritty, and that makes room for a very meaningful soulmates to come in, right? So it can play out. Maybe it's both of you kind of mirroring each other. Beautiful. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Great reading. Wow, Earth signs, congrats. By the way, if you're new, all the seekers on planet Earth and beyond, that was right. You have, individual readings by the zodiac sign already uploaded on my channel. So for this month of June or for any month, so feel free to check them out afterwards. You're welcome. Okay, so before I move to what do we have left with fire signs? So before I move to fire signs, are there any other, did I miss out on any super chat? Guys, once this, I don't do it often. I don't do this often. And you know it if you've been around. So take advantage of this opportunity, okay, to ask for a message, for one card message via super chat or in-depth reading spread of 3 cards through Venmo or PayPal. Information is in the description and running down here. So be sure to take advantage of the opportunity. You can always book a private reading, by the way. Link is below. You can book a private reading. I added an option that is relatively more affordable. So you can have more options to choose from. So of course you can check that one out, but it's still the most affordable option from the private readings that you can book an actual phone session with me or a video session with me. Those are still going to be far more expensive than what you can do here. Okay, so opportunities come and then they go. I'm not shy to say it. I'm good at what I do. Okay, let's just make sure once again that I didn't miss out on anyone. No. Okay, so let's move to fire signs, right? Hi there, Gogo. Hi, Laura. Thank you all for joining. I love your energy this morning. Thank you. I love your energies. I'm feeling such good vibes from everyone. You've just arrived. Go, go, go. Cool. Welcome. Well, we're doing readings. I already did for all the elements, and now I'm going to do for the fire signs, but it's not the main focus. The main focus are your personal readings. From sunny Ireland. That's so cool. Do you guys know that I worked in Ireland for a good few months in the center and south of Ireland? I was 22. I worked as an oil painting framer. I had a huge truck. I had a really, really huge truck. Shalom, Dalcy. Thank you for joining. I had a huge truck with tons of frames. like all sizes of frames. And I worked for a company that would sell oil paintings, and it offered the clients, the people who purchased their paintings, framing services to have their framer, that was me, sent to their home. And so I would have like 4 or 5 meetings every day throughout the south of Ireland. Okay. And I would drive, like, I would just drive all day and go to meetings in people's homes. And I would offer them frames that fit the paintings that they bought. And if they chose a frame and paid for it, then I would then do the work in their home. I would frame the painting in their own home and even help them arrange the house and figure out where to hang it. So I was really into art. And I worked in the art world in Europe for about on and off 5 years during my 20s. And my favorite gig in the company was framing, because I had so much freedom, and I just, traveled through Ireland, met a lot of cool Irish people, and made really great money by working on frames. I was like such a handy woman. It's so funny. Anyway, thank you for reminding me of that. I haven't been to Ireland in a very long time, but I can't wait to visit. And at that time, so Ireland was going through a major like um, improvement, financial improvement. So they went from being a poor country to being super abundant financially. So they started working on infrastructure nonstop, building new roads, building new infrastructure. And back then, we didn't have smartphones. I didn't have an iPhone and Google Maps and all that jazz. It was actual physical maps in the south of Ireland that was mainly like towns and villages and mountains with sheep. I'm not kidding. That was the area back then, but it was really, really developing. So the maps were constantly, not only that I had to do actual maps, well, that was how it was back then, but they were never relevant. Every time I would buy a map, a week later, the roads would no longer be relevant because they would block one or build another one. So it was like I went lost so much. I was mainly lost in Ireland than I was arriving to the meetings, but somehow I always managed by asking around. Like I would ask sheep, how do I get to this and that address? And the sheep would be like, and then I would know. I'd be guided by sheep. One time, I have another question. Yay. Miriam, you sent another $45. Thank you. Personal reading live, but you didn't ask the question. Write the question itself in the notes, my dear ones. My dear ones. Okay, Miriam, please write it then here in the comments, but still it would be very helpful for me if once you guys book the $45 that you write the question itself in the notes. Otherwise it's very confusing. Okay, Miriam, I'm going to wait for you to write me what it is that you want me to talk to you about, and then we'll pull 3 more cards, okay? And in the meantime, I'll just finish the story. So one time, oh my God, I was trying to drive out of an appointment that was really late. It was already dark. It was on a road that there was no street lights. There was no street. It was just like dirt. And I guess I took the wrong turn, and I found myself in the middle of a field, and my wheel got stuck in the mud. Miriam, my question is what I should do regarding to love. Okay. So on it, let me just finish my story and then I'll come to you. So I was stuck in the middle of a field at night, no lights, darkness. My wheel, and remember, a big truck, okay? The wheel is stuck in the mud. I can't, no matter how much I try to drive it out, it's gone, it's stuck. I had to go to sleep in the truck at night, and I woke up in sunrise with a herd of sheep surrounding my truck. Maying at me, just like I'm in the truck, waking up, wheel still dug deep in the mud, and just all the sheep are just like staring at me from the outside. It was the most surreal thing. I remember it until today. We didn't have iPhones there, or I would have the videos and I would have the pictures. I don't have any of it. So what I ended up doing is I got out of the truck and I kind of pushed through the sheeps. And I found this log, this flat wooden board, right? And I was like, oh, thank goddess. I tied it. I had a rope, a framer. I had all the things. I tied it to like right next to the wheel that was stuck in the mud. So I tied it. So then when I pressed the gas, the wheel used the board to kind of drive above it, and then I got out of the mud. That was very creative of me, and it worked. So that's my Ireland sheep story. And it's all because one of you guys said that you're from Ireland. I'm sorry. I apologize. Anyway. Okay. Miriam, I really appreciate you asking again. I hope the first message that I gave you helped. Now let's ask, I'm assuming you want about your love life in general, and not necessarily the guy that you asked about. So a message for love, please, for Miriam. Am I pronouncing your name right? 3 cards for Miriam, please. For love life. Miriam, can you please write me your date of birth in the comments? Write me your month, day, and year of birth. I want to know your numerology. Love message from Miriam. This one, love messages from Miriam. 2. Love messages from Miriam. Okay, I have 5 of Pentacles, Queen of Pentacles, and 5 of Cups. So you're carrying a very deep feeling of inadequacy, like you're not good enough, and a sense of abandonment and betrayal and feeling scared of being left behind. So you're carrying deep emotions of abandonment and rejection. And so you have gone into hyper focusing on building yourself and what you can control that have to do with you, regardless of a man in your life or other people in your life. And it's almost like you don't really put any true energetic focus. Even if you put tangible focus on someone else, the energetic focus is only on self-preservation and recovery, because you've really endured a lot. You've been made to feel like you have no worth by either men in your life or people. And the thing is, wherever the Queen of Pentacles comes out, there's an incredible amount of worth. 1997, the way you wrote it, I don't know if it's September 3rd or March 9th. So write the month in a word. I don't know if you're a Virgo or a Pisces. So I got the 1997. Write me if it's March or September. So wherever the Queen of Pentacles come out, there is worth. So this tells us that you have an incredible amount of worth. You're probably very creative, very beautiful, very kind, very loyal, very generous. This is very Taurus energy. And Taurus is the most loyal sign. Like, it's very trustworthy. It's the best friend. When Taurus says they'll do something, they should, no matter what. It's a very old school Knights of the Round Table type of archetype that you're carrying. Which would not surprise me either if you're a Virgo or if you're a Pisces. You really work hard and you show up for people, and they don't show up for you. And it's almost like the harder you work, the less they work. The message is to keep doing what you're starting to do right now, which is work on yourself, on your self-value, your self-worth, on hyper self-nurturing, giving yourself everything you want, everything you feel like, everything you need. You want to eat the thing, eat the thing. March, okay, Pisces, March 9th. Thank you. You are exceptionally sensitive, and when you believe in something or in someone, you go for it full on. You devote yourself completely. like a monk or a nun devoted to God. That's how you devote yourself to someone you fall in love with or that you care for. And by default, most people can't do what you do. Most people can't give the way you give. So by default, it sets you up for, I want you to re-channel all the energy you put on another person to putting onto you as if you're in love with yourself. Like literally think, okay, if I'm dating myself right now and I want to show up for the person that I'm with, how am I going to show up for me? And am I going to drop everything I'm doing to tend to my feelings? Yes. Am I going to put in the extra $2 on guacamole? Yes. Because if you were buying a meal for someone that you have feelings for, you would definitely add the guacamole without them having to ask for it, right? And the soda or whatever. It's just a simple example, but please do that. Please apply that to these things. You need radical self-nurturing right now and to not focus on someone else. You have been focusing on other people way too long and your energy is absolutely depleted. And I bet it affects your finances. I bet you feel like your finances are being depleted. You're exceptionally generous, exceptionally hardworking, exceptionally giving. And yes, I am telling you to be less generous, less giving to others, but just as generous and even more so to yourself right now until further notice. There's absolutely no time frame, so don't even think about until when. Constantly in the moment. There's only now, right now, I give myself everything. And continue and repeat. Love will come after that once you recalibrate your energy, because right now it's out of balance. It's whatever you draw in will treat you the way you treat yourself or the way you're used to being treated. I really pick up that in a past lifetime you've taken you've given a promise or taken an oath or a commitment to fully devote yourself at your expense, to be completely self-sacrificial for someone or something. Very subservient, very service type of energy. Maybe you're also maybe it manifested in you working in the service industry because of that, right? And you really need to yank this out of its core, out of it from the root. I'm sorry. So my message for you for your love life is to not focus on romantic love right now. It will come once you fill your cup, because your cup is empty. And it's quite literally, you need to drink a lot of water. You need to nurture yourself. You need to help yourself. So and whatever is lost, whatever is gone in your life, whatever is not working, let it go. Let it go. Let that thing go. Let that person go. Let it go. It's just a reflection of the sense of lack that you're carrying. I hope this helped. Let me know if that makes sense to you. But I'm not seeing anything serious soon. I'm seeing if you'll pursue romantic relationships right now, they will just generate a similar dynamic and deplete you. So I know it sounds counterintuitive. The way to get love now is by not pursuing it and being in love with yourself. This is a dire need of healing. Like, I don't know, like you're running on no fuel. You're running on dry. Okay? Let me know if this was helpful. William. And thank you for the Magic Hands gave in $45. Holly Owens. Oh, I'm sorry. Should I have not said your? I'm sorry. Magic Hands. Donation, love, or career change coming. Anything that I need to hear. Okay. Let's see what we can do for Holly for magic hands with either love or career change, whatever she needs to hear. Let me make sure I didn't miss out on anything. Okay. Thank you so much, Miriam. Let me see, I didn't miss out on anything or anyone. We still have fire signs to go, right? I'm just going over the comments. Okay. All right. Let me stretch for a second. And Miriam, I know it's not the answer you wanted to hear. You wanted to hear that something great will happen soon, and you won't. And the thing is, you're so worthy of that. Miriam, you're so worthy of a miracle happening to you and things just working out and someone just coming in and the energy is equal and loving and there's reciprocity. You are so worthy of that. Life is not fair. They are, in a way, if you look at it as a big picture, okay, if you've been constantly depleted and been taken from, you have to refill your cup so you can, in order for you to have balance in your life, ironically, you need to be in balance within yourself. Because if you're here, then the only thing that can come to you is here in order to bridge the gap. Because nature always aspires for equilibrium. Right? So when there's balance within yourself, it can, by default, by physics, draw in balance. Now, it's really ironic because in order for us, for our cup to be filled with love, we also need to experience outside love. That's the irony of it, and it gets very confusing. But for now, you because there's a hole at the bottom of the barrel of your energy that keeps depleting you, you can't, it doesn't matter how much love comes in from outside sources, it will keep running out. You got to block that hole. So that's what you need to do right now. Just work on protecting the boundaries. Okay. Message for magic hands, Holly. What needs to... Okay. It's funny that you asked about what needs to change and we got the death card. So there is change coming, but one more card. One more card. What needs to change now for Holly? Magic hands. Everything. Holy shit. Holy cannoli. Okay. Well, this is huge. The Death card, the Three of Cups, and Wheel of Fortune. So you're in a very powerful place right now energetically. You have been releasing incredible amount of stuff from your life that no longer serve you. You have said goodbye to your past. You did the work. You did the shadow work. You did the light work. You've been clearing things out of your life. And you are heading towards something way more fluid, way more celebratory in your dynamics, be it friendships, be it romance, be it work, opportunities, all of it. It applies to everything, this reading. And because you've been so vigilant and powerful about putting things behind you, you've done really great, powerful work. So now there's like real room for energy, for positive energy to flow into you. Now, I want you to connect this with an earlier message that I gave about celebration. Whatever achievement you do, small or big, from the smallest to the biggest, without judgment, celebrate somehow, mark somehow, treat yourself somehow. Even the very notion of you managing to step away from your past and generating an extreme change and being open to completely new form of life, that is way more lighthearted, way more fluid, way more celebratory, people who are way more like-minded, who reciprocate, and it's just more fun. It's going to feel way less dramatic and way more fun. And that in turn will manifest completely different life experience. You are stepping into a new time. You've created a new timeline for yourself. And Miriam, if you're still here, this is what you can go into, what you will have once you do the work that Holly did. And we're all somewhere on the cycle of the journey. It's not being ahead or behind. It's a circle, and you're somewhere on each point. Okay. That's it. But this is where you can get to. So Holly, you've been manifesting, you're right now, a completely new timeline is being created for you, a completely different fate, which could generate a different destiny. Be completely open to it. If you're feeling passionate about a new idea, a new path, a new cooperation, let it flow with it. You've been killing yourself to do all of that. Well, quite literally, you did kill an aspect of yourself, and you've taken all of that, and now you're going into a brand new format. This is a new format. This is a new computer. This is a new system. It's like rewiring the psyche. If you haven't, and all of you, if you haven't watched my True Secrets of Manifestation, I think it was the first 13 element video that I did. You can find it on the 13th element playlist. Super applies to this. And if you're not in this place that Holly seems to be, which is really great, then the video I explained there how to get to that place. Very powerful reading, Holly. Good job. I think new doors are going to open up to you. You're going to meet someone who's very different than what you're used to. It's like from your normal typecast, that is way better serving to the new personality that you've generating, to the new energy that you've created. And it's going to open up so many new doors for you. Like you can't even imagine. Whatever trajectory you have in your mind now, it's nothing compared to what's coming. Angie, on Super Chat, 45 does appear only 49. So Super Chat only gives you a specific amounts possible. If it's way better for everyone if you'll just do it through either Venmo or PayPal. You have the link below here on the screen or in the description box. So over there you can do 45 exact. Okay, love? Yes, I suck at that celebration of small things. I used to. Thank you. OMG, that's what I needed. Exactly. Good. A new timeline. I'm feeling so excited about this. Great. I'm glad to hear. Lauren, OMG, so I just looked up and read about the card Morgane pulled for me. It told me exactly what I wanted to know about multiple things in my life. Great. Okay, cool. That's awesome. Did something else come in and I didn't notice? Let me just double check. Doesn't seem like it. Let me make sure I didn't miss any super chat. Logan, I'm not sure. Did I miss a super chat from you? Because I see you're asking a question. I want to know, can you please tell something for energy protection during sleep and through the day, which comes to mind? I actually gave a lot of examples on how to do protection earlier in the reading. So if later on you want to rewatch the video, I did give advice for someone on how to protect themselves. But when it comes to sleep, there are very specific. It's a different form of protection in sleep. So at the end, unless you're gonna. So at the end, if there's time, I'll talk about it. But I'm going to give priority to the super chats and $45 in-depth reading through PayPal and Venmo. Otherwise, okay. Tammy, thank you so much for the $1.99. I appreciate it. In case you just joined, today I'm giving also general messages for those who do super chat. It's not something that I normally do. Normally, if I go live and I do readings for the collective and give a super chat, then it's it's just for reciprocity, and I say thank you and I continue on. But in this video, I'm also doing general readings for super chats. You did super chat separately from your message. Did you ask for a message? Which message do you refer to? Just in case I have missed it, did you send in a 45? I don't think I saw it. I just want to make sure that you're not into like having a in-depth reading before I just give a general one. No, let me know. Let me know what you mean, Tammy. Hello, Ivory. Thank you for joining. Yeah, fire signs are next. Tammy, what did you mean? Let me take a sip of water until we figure it out. More like 7 sips, but okay. Whew. Sorry, I need to stretch my brain for a second. Camilla, you're timestamping? That's awesome. Thank you. You'll redo it? Okay. I'm still not sure what you mean, my love. But I'm going to let you redo it, whatever it is, and then we'll figure it out. Let's put some candle through the cards. Let's clear the energy a little bit. Guys, in the meantime, if you want to study tarot from me, be sure, while undergoing a shamanic journey with me, because I'm also teaching the spiritual craft with it, be sure to check out Tarot Masterclass Bunkai. The link to that is below. It's on Vimeo. I've created 90 pre-recorded classes. Each tarot card has its own in-depth class that teaches on it, 78 cards. And then on top of that, there are extra 12 classes to connect the dots, right? Different readings, spreads, other esoteric systems in the tarot. It's very, very in-depth. It's both for beginners and professional Tarotchis alike. Okay, so really everyone is welcome to see. If you don't want to automatically take the entire course because you're unsure, you can rent a separate class, just on its own. You can rent the classes separately. Each of them is like $2 for rent. So pick up a class that you're into knowing more about and rent it, and then see if that works for you. And then you can figure out if you want to take the entire course. So I built it like a library, so it's very convenient. Also, thank you for everyone who's here. If you want to support the existential shift, here are the options. You can join as a channel member on YouTube. It's $1.99 a month, a monthly membership that you can cancel anytime. And that's in simplicity as reciprocity for all the minimum of 13 videos that I post for free every month. Okay, so that's great. And it's not as little as it sounds, right? It adds up. When a lot of people join as channel members, and with time it adds up, it's super helpful, and I'm very grateful for that. Also, it makes you stand out in the chat and in comments, so I take greater notice of your comments. Yes, Karmic Shift and Liberation. Thank you, Holly. Karmic Shift and Liberation is a special project that I've created for this decade. You can either have them separately for each of your zodiac signs to purchase on Vimeo, or all of them are up for unlimited streaming on Patreon. Okay, which leads me to talk about Patreon. It's also a monthly membership that you can cancel anytime, but over there you get all the extra VIP content. First of all, you have all the monthly extended readings for unlimited streaming. Present months and prior, I don't take them down, so you can scroll back in time and see readings from the past. And then I also do lunar spirit readings over there every new moon and full moon with messages for the lunar energies, plus daily messages from the runes and animal spirit, and the karmic shift and liberation, and so on. And if you are a patron, that gives you 20% off on booking my private readings. Okay, so there's a lot of stuff going on. It's another community within a community of shifters that I really love. It's an amazing support for me and for my channel. So thank you. So that's another way. Let's see. We spoke about Tarot Masterclass Bunkai, Karmic Shift and Liberation, Patreon, channel membership. I think I covered it. I'm on Instagram, The Existential Shift. All the links are below in the description box. Okay. So Tammy, did I miss anything? Because Tammy, it's really important for me that you let me know what's going on, because you did a super chat, so I want to pull at least a general reading for you. But if you want a more in-depth one, and that's what you're redoing and working on, so let me know so I know to wait on it and not start this one, because I'm a little bit confused. Angie, you said the PayPal doesn't open? Try the link in the description box. You know what? Let me write it here again for you. I'm going to write again the PayPal link. Okay, and then you can press it here. It's paypal.me/the existential shift. Okay. And it's also, you can see below on the screen. Here, I'll show it. See this? You can copy paste it or just press the link itself. Warlocks welcome? Sure. Everyone is welcome. Tammy, I'm going to wait a couple more seconds, and if I don't understand what's up with you, then I'll just give you a general reading message. Keep us updated. Let me see if I missed something in the chat. And for those of you who are waiting patiently for the fire signs energies and are like, thank you so much. This is a hangout. This is what it's meant to be. We're chilling. We're spending time together. So maybe it will be helpful to change the mindset into chilling. Just make yourself a cup of coffee, a cup of tea, vegan cake, and just enjoy yourself. Right? It's important for me to do it right. Okay, but we can't keep waiting forever. So. Okay, let's just move on. You know what, Tammy, I'm going to move on to fire signs, and then I'll do you afterwards, because hopefully by the time I finish the fire signs, we'll know what's going on with you. Okay, so I'm just going to move to fire signs, and in the meantime, and then I'll do your message. Hopefully I'll know what's going on. So, fire signs. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, you wackos. I love my fire wackos. It's a full moon in Sagittarius, growing into one. I believe it's on the 13th or on the 14th. It's full. So it's a full moon weekend. I just want to get focus. Okay, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Messages for my collective of fire sign seekers, please. Fire sign seekers. What do my fire sign seekers need to know? Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. What do my fire energy need to know? What does fire need to know? 1, 2, fire. Fire. Okay. Holy cannoli. What's with the holy cannoli? I don't even like cannolis. Okay. Strength, Ace of Cups, Page of Wands. First of all, here you guys show up. So this is Leo respectfully and Sagittarius. Aries, you're also here. It's just fire energies with the Ace of Cups in the middle. Wow. Fire. Some of you are falling in love. Air signs also had this similar energy. It played out a bit differently, but similar. You're super enamored or curious, fascinated even by someone. It's like I'm picking up on a sense of awe, of feeling like, okay, this is someone that both excites you, but also you feel a lot of respect for. There's something very creative about this energy, very powerful. The Strength card is a lot of energetic power. This is manifestation in its purest form. Like this is when we are aligned with the universal will, when our will is aligned with the universal cosmic will, and hence we don't really need to ask for anything because it's just going to naturally happen. Tammy, through Pisces, good intuition, etc. Can you tell me what's coming to you about my family? All of a sudden, I don't know where turning. Okay, but you only did a super chat, and then you said that you're redoing it. So the super chat, I'm just going to pull one card as a general message. If you have a specific in-depth question like that, okay, now you did a second super chat. Okay, love, don't do any more super chats. It's okay. Thank you so very much. I'll just pull a general message for you. Okay, but for an in-depth question like that, it needs the $45 on PayPal, on Venmo, because it requires more cards. But I will pull a message for you, okay? Because you did 2 super chats, and thank you for that. So just hang in there. Once we're done with the fire signs, I'll be with you. Okay, Tam? Thank you. So back to the energy of fire signs that we tapped into before. Yeah, you can also, if you really want to go into the in-depth of the interpretation of these cards, this is white magic, which is exactly what I described. Reaching to a place that is aligned with spirit and with your own higher self. So what you wish for and what you desire is very, very good for you and aligned with your higher self. So there's no contradiction between what's best for you versus what you want. Hence, manifestation can happen way smoother. And I see it happening for you, fire signs, from a place of experience. You need to experience in the field. You need to be in interaction with this person. You need to be in dynamic with this person. Either go out on a trip, go explore, have an adventure together, have a physical experience, like a trip, a travel, a walk somewhere. That's great, Tammy. Sure, no worries. But I will get to you as well, okay? And some of you, okay, there's learning. There's a sense of learning something shamanic or spiritual that has to do with, it's faith-based, but it's not religious faith. It's more shamanism, occultism, esoteric. This could be something physical like a martial art, a dance, a drumming circle. Again, something very tribal, both about this connection or about whatever the experience this is. Be very open to it. You are open to it. It's coming in very strongly. It requires a message. Page of Wands is a card of messaging. So a message, communication, initiation of some sort, initiating some sort of interaction in order for this to happen. Also, the spiritual message from here, fire signs, there's an aspect of really healthy boundaries is coming through. It's like some of you have really tapped into the place of you that really knows how to put up healthy boundaries and say no when you need to say no. But because you've done that, it opened you up to, it made you open to the adventures and experiences that life can bring forth without fear, right? With feeling safe. Like it's almost like you feel safe to explore in the world because you, okay, like spirit is protecting you. Spirit is protecting you because you protected you, because you were so adamant and clear about your boundaries, and you've it's like you're putting into motion, okay, this is good for me, this is not good for me. I say yes to this, I don't say yes to that. And because you've been so adamant to it, now it's like just positive experiences I'm picking up in the next few days or the next week, or for whenever you're watching this and this message applies to. I don't know why I'm suddenly feeling a bit overwhelmed. Like, yes, it's real. Like someone is like, is this real? Yes, it's real. um, Energy, actual energy beyond this physical realm doesn't have time and space. It doesn't have physical boundaries. It doesn't abide to the Newtonian laws of physics. And it's interesting because, and the only way out is through. So the only way to get to that space is through that space. That's what we're here for. This is what we're meant to experience in this realm. Um, Working on building healthy foundational boundaries that define us, that define our character, that define our experience in life, our unique blueprint, thus making us more open to other types of energies that are more fluid and lucid and not bound by the Newtonian laws of physics. Now, I know it might sound out there for some of you, but for those of you who understand, I feel like you just understand. It's like the way to be fearless, to become fearless, is by being super fearful and super attentive to what scares you and listening to it and acting in accordance, and then setting the protection walls, right? And then you feel safe in the world, you feel open to the world, and then you no longer need those walls. So the way out of the walls is through building the walls. But I feel like those of you who this message is for, you've already built those walls, or you're already feeling safe in the world, and you're going to meet someone or interact with someone or connect with someone who already are connected to this person, who either guides you through it or is already embodying this energy, or you can do these things together and you can kind of take this, you take that side out, that side comes out of you through them. Does that make sense? So just, okay, if you're invited on an adventure, go for it. If you're thinking about inviting someone on an adventure, yes. Okay, this is definitely a time to explore. Also, maybe working with animals is coming through. Okay, this was so interesting. I do see a teacher, a philosopher, a shaman, a healer of some sort. Maybe it's you. Maybe you're tapping into that aspect within you. You might be interacting with someone who generates that in you. Maybe they are this person. It's time. It's time. The time is now. You've been waiting for a very long, long time. You're not supposed to wait anymore. It's time. Picking up very strong. It's time. It's time. It's time. Okay. Great. That was for fire signs. Yay. So I'm going to give a general message for Tammy. And guys, because I already did all the elements for all the signs, if you want a reading, now is the time to do so. Don't wait. Okay. Let me make sure I didn't miss out on anything. Okay, general message, please, for Tammy. Let's pull a message for Tammy. Ace of Swords. If you need to cut something or someone out of your life that is not in alignment with you, go for it. If you've been thinking about it, do it. If you have an idea of some sort, an entrepreneurial idea or something out of the box, or just something very clear, like a message that just comes to you and you're like, I think I should do that. Yes, the energy supports, especially if it has to do with cutting something that is just not good for you. If this is a medical advice, like maybe taking out operationally something that is not good for your body, then the guidance is to do this. There's a good doctor around you that can help with that. But truth, truth, truth. Speak your truth shamelessly, unapologetically. And if whoever is on the other side of that truth isn't okay with it, then they can be out of your life, and that's fine. That's absolutely fine. But you have support from the universe. As soon as you do something for yourself, the universe will do something for you as well, and kind of continue that energy. All right. Hi, Jessica. Welcome. Okay. But it's a very good sign to receive the Ace of Swords. It means that you're really on the right track. You have the right mindset. You have the right direction. You have the right understanding. You just have to have the courage to go for it. To just do it. Okay. All right. So I'm going to do a message for the collective. A general message for the collective for this full moon in Sagittarius. If something comes through until I finish up, then we'll answer. If not, not. I'm right on? Great. Perfect. Message for the collective of seekers, please. For the current energies. Oh, wow. A lot of cards. Okay. A lot of cards fell. The one that came facing up is Two of Cups. And then, okay. Seven of Wands that has been coming up through the entire readings. Nine of Wands. The Hermit. Emperor. I'm sorry. I thought I got stuck. Emperor and the Star. Okay. I'm picking up that a lot of people in the collective right now. Okay, so this is a message for romance, actually. So when it comes to love life in general, there are a lot of people who want to be with someone. They have feelings, but life is throwing a lot of curveballs. Seven of Wands, Nine of Wands, the Hermit, that require them to seclude. Now, this could very much be you guys, right? Everyone who's listening right now. So there's two aspects to this. There are those who are trying to overcome a lot of curveballs from life and kind of hanging in there and to do what's right and get through the challenge and are very introspective and need to take the time in order to resolve some things and understand what the right path is for them. Taking control over the physical life, over the career, over the finances, over the personality, over the family, over the approach to life. Like there's so many mundane tasks to overcome and to stir in the right direction. There's a real strong need to take the control over your life and push it in the right direction, and to be very discerning in overcoming all kinds of things that just don't fit you anymore, right? And all of this is coming in between the Two of Cups and the Star card, right? All of these things are like they came in the middle of them, right? So it's literally coming in the middle of love. Okay. So while you do this, if this applies to you, you got to make sure to keep the faith, keep the love, and keep the channel open. Okay. So those of you that it applies to, if you can keep the channel of communication open, it will be very helpful. Otherwise, there is an incredible, there's a continent between you. Okay. There's such big distance and gap between you. And if this is a gap that is either geographical or imposed on you by life circumstances, whatever it is, if you don't want it to drift and drift and drift even further, find the channel of communication. Find a way to express what it is you're going through to that person, right? If you're still around for someone, you're just dealing with all of this, you gotta let them know. Okay. If you're unsure what's going on and you think maybe someone else is going through that, find a way to focus on whatever it is that you need to sort out in your life. Okay. And there is a possibility that some sort of message or information will come through in regards to that. I see very deep emotions here. This is very loving energy. The star is pure love. Two of Cups is romantic, reciprocal energy. So there's a lot of love here, a lot of romance, but there's just this very rigid masculine energy that feels the need to go about it alone. That's what it is. Okay. If you're going to go about it alone without sharing that to with the person and not working as a team to help one another, your energy will run dry. And the more you'll tackle assignments or stuff, the more it will keep coming at you. You can't and you're not supposed to go through this alone. There it is. And this is coming from a mindset of the masculine patriarchal archetype that feels like they can only do things with the Saturnian rigid mindset of I got this and I am in control and I'm going to lead this. No, there's a need for spiritual cooperation, an open heart, being naked, right? Wearing your heart on your sleeve and allowing spirit to help you, allowing this person to help you, working together as a team. Otherwise, it will just keep coming at you. So that's the lesson here. That's the message here. Whew. Okay. Oh my goodness. A lot of really powerful readings today. I agree. Okay, so let's see if I missed out on any super chats. I don't think so. I think this is it. Let's see if I missed out on any PayPal, Venmo. I'm gonna check Venmo just in case because I didn't. Now that I think of it, I hope I didn't miss out on a. Nope, didn't miss out on anything. Okay, guys. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining me. If you're new, be sure to subscribe, press the like, share this with the world. Check out the description box for all the yummy stuff. I love you mucho. Watch the general readings by the signs. Rewatch them again if you've already watched them because now we are in mid-month. It's when the energies are already playing out, so you'll get a completely different extra layer of understanding of that reading than the ones that you've received 2 weeks ago or 3 weeks ago from when you watched this. It's going to get a completely extra layer. There you are. Angie, thank you so much for the 49.99 euro. I see you managed. Okay, so the closing words were nearly closing. You're doing a big move, but love, is there a specific question? If it pressed play and it sent before you managed to finish up the question, feel free to write a separate comment, a regular comment, and I will, with your question, I will try to be very specific on that one. I'm sorry the PayPal link didn't work for you, so thank you for doing the super chat. Okay, I'm going to wait a second. I'm going to shuffle the cards focusing on the energy, and I'm going to wait to see if you have a specific question. Patrick King. Hi, so I have had some unbelievable experiences in my life and continue to face the principalities and forces of unseen nations. Aren't we all, friend? Aren't we all? Angie, sweetheart, if you have a specific, please write it in the comment. The reason I choose PayPal or Venmo for the bigger amounts is because YouTube takes a really big commission of what you send, and I feel like it's just a waste for both what you send and what I send, which is why in smaller amounts it doesn't really matter so much, but in bigger amounts it does, which is why I always encourage people to do so through PayPal and Venmo as opposed to through here. But this here is great as well. And thank you. And I'm sorry if the other links didn't work. Okay, Angie, I'm going with my 8-year-old son. And also I have feelings for an old friend, but he told me he is in a relationship, but I still dream with him and can get this of my sister. Huh? Your system. I was like, you can't get it out of your sister. Is he in a relationship with your sister? That will be very uncomfortable. That's not good. Your system. That's okay. Now it makes more sense. You didn't tell him your feelings. Okay. So you have feelings for someone. You have feelings for an old friend who's in a relationship. Okay, let's see what's up. Do you want to tell me his name, first name, just first name? Don't put anyone on blast here, not full name. Tell me his first name and date of birth. That would be helpful. And you're welcome to tell me your date of birth as well. And if you're doing so, please write the month with a name so I won't confuse which one is the month, which one is the date. Okay. Love message for Angie about her old friend that she has feelings for. He's in a relationship. That's complicated. Message for Angie about the feelings that she has for this person. King of Wands and Wheel of Fortune. Okay, it seems like he's going through really big life changes right now. One more card. One more card message for Angie. What's going on with the friend, with the old friend that she has feelings for? Oh. The devil. So Angie, he knows how you feel about him. Kuna, July 4th, 1976. So he's a Cancer, and you are September 12th, and you are a Virgo. Let me look at the numbers for a second. 1975. So he's a 7. I'm sorry, you are a 7. And you're a 7. And he's a Cancer. Okay. You're a match, that's for sure. Okay. Okay, I know what's going on. So the reason he's with this person, first of all, their relationship is going through a lot of upheavals right now, a lot of ups and downs, and none of it is in any way to sabotage their relationship. And we need to feel happy for people who are in love and to not meddle in anything that doesn't have to do with us. And it's very hard if you have feelings for him not to do so. It's very tempting to do so, but you got to harness your spiritual morality and let it be, right? It's really important for your karma and for the energy to let things play out as they should play out. Okay, if you would not want anyone to sabotage in your relationship, so we can't do it to others. Now here's the jits. He knows how you feel about him. And if it's not that he knows per se, because as you said, you didn't tell him. Oh, it's the opposite. You're April and he's December. Okay, same thing. You're still a match because of it's the same total of numbers and it's fire and fire. Sag and Leo. Okay, so still the same. Never mind. So what I was saying is, he picked up on it. He picked up on it. He knows that you're there. Okay, but the relationship that he's in now, there's some toxicity there. There's some control power battles going on. And he's holding on to it for other reasons that don't necessarily to do with love. And he is going through the evolution, the process of evolving and not staying somewhere for the sake of either controlling someone or being controlled. Because he also like a little bit the aspect of someone holding them strong and like kind of playing with it. If you'll talk to him about it, if he'll open up to you about it, it'll be like, yeah, they're playing games with me. I don't appreciate it. I don't like it. But deep inside, they kind of like it because it generates with him the competitive nature of having to, trying to get them to do something different or to change or to improve or to control them instead of them controlling him. Like, there's a lot of toxicity that you don't want to be in the middle. I suggest to wait it out. I don't think their relationship will last. I'll be honest with you. I think as soon as one of them heals, it will disintegrate, but I also don't recommend to just wait on it. Don't wait on it. Live your life, move on. Like, especially right now, if someone is still very inclined to being in toxic relationships, you don't want that energy. You want them to kind of transmute that, heal from that, grow from that, and then come to you in a way that is way more healthy. I recommend to not talk to him about it now, because he'll just have his ego pumped and will feel more inclined to kind of keep you both on his roster. I recommend that if they break up, if it ends, then of course talk to him about it, because I think something about him knows. I just don't want you to enter something and be somewhere in the middle or third wheel. It will not, it will not go well. It will not do well for you. Okay. But there is a lot of passion there. There is sexual attraction there for sure. Angie, I know this intuitively. Thanks. Cool. And I'm doing my own thing. If he's to be, will be. So, okay. And I do think there's attraction there. So there can be something there. But again, don't go into it when he's still involved. Let them play out the karma. Let them grow out of it. I hope this was helpful. You know what? Will this be between them? Will this happen between Angie and her Aries? A lot of things need to change first. A lot of things are going to completely transform and change. You might meet someone completely different. It's a lot of surprises. Things are going to turn out in a way that you least expect it. So the cards are like just too many processes right now to even tap into a specific answer. A lot of energies are involved right now. The best thing you can do is to let it be. Okay. Cool. Yeah, but there's definitely sexy time, sexy energy there going on. Like, there's an attraction there for sure. I don't think I missed out on anything, right? You're welcome, Angie. And that's it. Okay, guys. I think this is it. I'm going to say goodbye to you. I really, really appreciate all your support. And I'll see you very soon. Stay magic. Stay true. I love you.